Hello everyone and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 5. This is part 21, where last time there was a quiet exit. We have lost Quiet and we're now alone. We've lost soldiers to the second outbreak. We've lost Quiet. She left us a little message on a tape while also, speaking her English strain in front of the boss to save his life. Saved his life in that moment, but now I'm wondering what comes next. And what comes next is, I believe we have a main mission that we obtained here. So this is going to be, because we just did mission 45, a quiet exit, which was awful. Awful gameplay mission, but big story mission.
Please select a mission.
And having a look here, it is called Truth, the Man Who Sold the World. 0 GMP, no briefing tape, and it just says escape the hospital. The Man Who Sold the World is the music that played at the beginning. The first mission is just escape the hospital too. Except it's called Prologue, Awakening, and now this one's called Truth. We still have these missions as well, which are the higher difficulty versions of missions that we've played before. There is, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them that we can look at exploring after. But I'm curious about this. 0 GMP as well. Confirm, and no sortie prep. My initial thoughts is that... Why does it say... My initial thoughts is just... What's the truth of what? Truth about the man who sold the world, but it's related to the hospital? Let's find out what this means. It's gone back to the... MSF logo in the background, not Diamond Dogs. We are going back to the hospital. We're going back to the beginning. Holy fuck, 1975.
Die on me, damn it! BB's dropping! Intubate, now! Cardiac arrest, he's in B-fib!
The credits was different.
Clear!
It said starring Big Boss. Well, I guess because he hadn't been given the code name yet of Venom's.
No response, hit him again!
What? It starts with Big Boss. What the fuck? And then it showed, and then it introduced Venom Snake as well.
How's he doing? Well, he's stabilized, but it took too long. He's in a coma. What about him? He took some shrapnel to the head.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Facts do not exist. There are only interpretations. Who am I? Who took shrapnel to the head? Who am I? What the fuck does this mean? Big Boss is in a coma. I'm Big Boss. I can't see. I never lost control. What the fuck is going on? I am very confused. What the fuck is going on? Dude, I can't see. Are you about... It had Big Boss, Cars, Ocelot, and then punished Venom Snake. And then Big Boss is in a coma, it took too long. Cars says, what about him? He took some shrapnel to the head. But I thought Big Boss took shrapnel to the head. Oh, it's a different nurse. You're the same nurse. Yeah, you're the one that I know. So this is different, because you're new. Bitch. I can't even pause. I can. So... The beginning of the fucking game, right? Call me Ishmael. You're Ahab. Congratulations, you're Ahab. I'm Ishmael. Who are you? You're talking to yourself. Ishmael has been zip gone the whole game. You forget about him almost. When you're riding in the car with him, there's a crash, you wake up and he's not there. That's fucking Big Boss next to me, and I am just some random dude. What the hell? So when Quiet was coming to assassinate me, Big Boss is fucking right next door, and he's like, I got you, bro. When the doctor said, pick your face, we're going to do surgery and change it, they'd already done the surgery. They'd already did fucking surgery to make me look like Big Boss. I just played... What the fuck? Venom Snake is not Big Boss. I just played a lie. And only now am I playing a mission called Truth. I just played a lie. I just played a fucking lie. Ishmael, you fucking... sneaky. She's moving the flowers to my side because those are the flowers that surrounded the boss from MGS3, and I was like, oh look, a touching scene where I remember the flowers. They're planning, they are setting the scene. Yeah. These fucking people know too. This is all their plan. And here we go. He's awake. She moved the flowers over. She sets it up. They're like, we got to do surgery on you. They've already done surgery on me.
V has come to.
V has come too.
Right? That happened at the beginning. V, Venom Snake.
Ακούεις με?
Kojima, you dirty bastard. How the fuck did you do this? How is this even possible?
Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking? Can you move your head? Just nod if you can hear me.
Fuck off. And then we enter chapter 3 and we play a whole new game as not whoever the fuck I am right now in this bed.
Look up, please.
Yeah. Deja vu, baby.
Very good. Please try to relax.
Now this is a twist.
I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic.
This is a fucking twist, man. That's an effective twist. A twist that right now I'm like, what the fuck? How did you even do that? Oh, man.
It's been 9 years.
Ah.
Nosocoma! 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 Nurse! Calm down.
How the fuck does whoever the fuck I am sound like Big Boss? He's got Keith Sutherland's voice. Keith Sutherland's memory. Sorry, Big Boss's memories. Talking about things in detail. There's probably so many hidden, subtle clues throughout the playthrough now alluding to this. But the biggest one is definitely... The biggest one...
How do you feel?
The biggest one is definitely you're talking to yourself. From Ishmael. That's fucking... They smack you in the face with it right away. I knew that was fucking weird.
Now,
I knew it was weird, and I was like, oh, maybe it's like a tutorial thing, and it's just weird, like setting you up, and he's like, maybe he's even hallucinating this character, like in Black Ops 1, where Mason hallucinates Reznov after that first mission, and for the whole game, you're like, Reznov's not even fucking real, so I was like, maybe it could be that, but I will just...
I need to explain something.
I'll just let it go.
But you mustn't be allowed.
We'll just let it go, and then... see what happens, and then obviously Ishmael just fades into obscurity. He's gone. Because all that matters is your Big Boss, and Ocelot's picking you up on a horse. Get back into the fight.
108 foreign bodies embedded within you.
Fuck, man. At the beginning of the game, there's so many things that Ocelot is going, your Big Boss. There's like, he's like going, your Big Boss. Do you remember me? You know me. He's like saying shit that is so unnatural in terms of like talking to him, but I passed it off as like, dude's just woken out of a 9-year coma. It makes sense to kind of need to brush him up, to be like, hey, you remember me. But in the context of this, does Ocelot know? Does Kars know?
Deep within your cerebrum.
They have to. Because Miller's like, oh, what happened to this guy? He's got shrapnel in his head.
We couldn't give you an MRI. The metal, you see. But even if we were to extract it,
How many
most likely suffer.
How many people are aware of what is happening here? How many characters?
Mental and physical impairment are unavoidable. However, your current status is not life-threatening.
I think Ocelot and Miller must have known.
This X-ray is of your upper.
Ocelot knows everything.
You better look now. Best to understand your situation sooner than later.
This is deja vu. I've done this already. I know this situation. There's something a bit more pressing at hand, and that's what the fuck is going on.
It's best to see with your own eyes. Be brave.
I've been playing as Chico this whole time. Chico grew up over 9 years into a big, healthy, full-grown man. So on the helicopter, on the chopper, is Big Boss, Kars, Paz who throws herself out, Chico, and the... holy fuck, and the medic dude. The dude that fucking pulls the bomb out. He's in no condition for plastic surgery. Someone surely knows he's awake. I'm not Chico, because that doesn't make sense, so I must be the medic, which is fucking ridiculous.
It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up.
Thank you.
You
So
should
kind.
be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately.
We must alter your appearance immediately. We certainly haven't already done it.
It's a wide open world out there. So
There is...
to take care of first.
It works in a weird, fucked up way where this medic obviously has history with Big Boss by being so close to him, by being
As you've
in Mother Base. Oh, fuck off. This is...
I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice.
Bruh. We're going to change your appearance. You've looked like this forever. This person has been around the boss. They've been on Mother Base. They've obviously heard the stories, heard the legends. Like, their memories and Big Boss's stories have been able to, like, mesh. The questions I have are more so related to the fact of, like, there are some I'm pretty sure that there are, like, some intricately discussed things that very much relate to Big Boss, but maybe it's, like, spoken about. Now I'm just trying to be reflective when I think about it. Like, maybe it's spoken about in a way that's, like, information that this person could have absorbed or been told, even subliminally. There was a 9-year coma happening here. There's a plan in motion here. Why the fuck would they do this, though? What, like... I've not been playing as Big Boss the whole time, because there's Big Boss and there's Punished Venom Snake. My brain's going fucking crazy right now. I'm bald! That's my avatar that I made. Oh no, I made my avatar look like Big Boss. Oh, dude, no. I was like, where's my hair gone? I was like, yeah, dude, I made my avatar look like Big Boss. That kind of ruined the reveal and immersion of that one a little bit. I think I'm supposed to look like, what I'm supposed to look like there is someone else. I'm supposed to look like the character that I created, my avatar from the very beginning of the game, except, oops, I accidentally made him look like Big Boss. So if my avatar was like a completely different looking guy, it would be like, hey, this is you. Yeah, 48 hours earlier.
Now, let's remove these bandages. Your face has healed nicely. To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection.
These bandages
From those who want
are post-plastic surgery bandages, bitch.
As of today, your name is Ahab.
Hello, Quiet.
Your name, your past.
They're like faking the plastic surgery. They're like, here's your plastic surgery bandages. This was intentional too, because I remember this. He shows us some photos, and then he just puts them away. Just moves the photo away slightly. That's fucking me next to him, which is so funny that I've made myself look like Big Boss, because now in a story setting, it's like, oh look, he looks exactly like you, boss. Let's just fucking make him you for some reason. Good luck, David, Vic Boss. I should have changed my avatar to something else. Ah, and there I am.
Everything feels all right.
Dude, this is fucked. Silly little me changing my avatar to Big Boss thinking it was just an innocent Metal Gear Online thing. Turns out it's...
The patient in the next bed's on my face.
Yeah, the patient in the next bed is fucking Big Boss, man. Hi, Quiet. so weird watching this scene now, seeing Quiet like this. Prepare to get parasitized, bitch. You're gonna be filled with parasites soon. My brain is riddled with questions. So I looked like the guy whose avatar face I made, because that was not Metal Gear Online, that was a story-based thing. Holy shit, I created what I looked like before as like the medic from the fucking helicopter, dude. And then they plastic surgery'd me into Big Boss.
Okay, have time to go.
What happened to the woman?
How do I have his voice?
We gave her a light. She took the short way down.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who am I?
You're talking to yourself.
You're talking to yourself.
Fuck my life, dude.
Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ishmael.
What the hell is going on?
Well, the good news is, you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The whole world wants you dead.
And that's why.
On your feet, soldier.
That's why. The whole world wants Big Boss dead. So Big Boss goes, let's make a fake one.
Need a little pick-me-up?
To do fake Big Boss shit.
Here.
To do fake Big Boss shit.
Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game.
That's suspicious too.
Come on!
So the real Big Boss didn't even fucking lose an arm, dude. They're gonna make me replay the mission again. They're gonna make me replay the motherfucking mission again. Except you watch this whole thing and you just go, holy fuck, I feel like throwing my head out of the window, because like Quiet, because it was put right in front of us in the beginning. We've been playing a fraud this whole time, but playing it convincingly well. Everybody else, except maybe Miller and Ocelot, think that we are the Big Boss. The Big Boss. There's fucking two of us. So, what the fuck has the real Big Boss been doing this whole time? Ishmael's been watching over us for 9 years, and then he disappears, and then he is gone. What the fuck? And now we gotta replay. Now we gotta replay this mission again, dude. What the hell? What is digoxin? What is digoxin really? Oh man, they're really gonna make me. They're really gonna make me do the slow crawling and everything. While I let this sink in.
We're getting out of here. Move it.
Bruh, they did plastic surgery on a grape. They did plastic surgery on a grape. They did surgery on a grape.
Let's take the stairs.
Sure thing, Big Boss. Let me just follow you. I find it funny that I instantly identified Volgin out of this, where I was like, holy fuck, that's Volgin immediately when he walks through the hallway. But then obviously I wasn't set on that. I was just like, holy fuck, that's Volgin. And it was. And me going, it's suspicious that Keith Sutherland voices this character and he says, you're talking to yourself. And I'm like, that's weird. While I stare down into Big Boss's butt crack. The Big Boss's butt crack? Please, sir. This is fucked up. Also, like, fucking Big Boss just took a knife to the fucking upper chest before and he's just shaking it off. He's fine. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Well, we're about to get Volganized in a minute. This mission is not very good with replayability. You're supposed to replay this mission the whole time going, what the fuck is going on? And you're like, that's what you're supposed to do in these moments of crawling is you're no longer focused on doing the tutorial. You're focused on what the fuck have I just been playing for like 80 plus hours of my life.
What the hell is that?
I've been playing as a fake. Hi, Psycho Mantis.
Something's coming.
Hi, Volgin. Hi, Big Boss. Hi, Medic from the Chopper, aka Venom Snake. Damn, Kojima really got me. He got me for this whole game. Who's gonna tell Quiet she fell in love with a fake? See, this is the big giveaway that I was like, oh, it's Volgin. It's because of the outfit that he's wearing here that then burns away. It's this outfit specifically. Where I was like, holy fuck, that's his fucking... That's Volgin's outfit from MGS3. So what that means is Big Boss wakes up, right? Big Boss wakes up. This then activates Psycho Mantis. Psycho Mantis goes, oh, I'm feeling some rage over here. That rage then goes into Volgin's corpse, who is then brought into life and immediately is like revenge against Big Boss. And then Man on Fire springs into life. He's still got Volgin's clothes on because it was previously just Volgin's corpse, even though it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. No, it's been 11. It's 1975. It's been 11 years and Volgin's corpse still wearing the same outfit. Let's just write that one away as a convenience, but that's weird. But anyway, Volgin wakes up after 10 years and goes, No, we're in 1984 right now. It's been 20 years. It's the Man on Fire's corpse. It's Volgin's corpse 20 years later. I'm confusing myself now. 20 years after Metal Gear Solid 3, Man on Fire wakes up with his lust for revenge. Pretty well preserved outfit on his corpse. Maybe he was like buried in a coffin. He would have, what's the word? Decomposed. Unless they had him in fucking, they were just spraying him with water every day. They're like, gotta water my Volgin in case he wakes up with a feeling of rage one day. And then ironically, after watering him for 20 years, he now is allergic to it because he is the Man on Fire. Dude, I don't know. Someone get this guy some working legs.
Calm down. You can do this.
God, my right shoulder really feeling the pain of getting slammed into the ground there. Ugh. 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 Right shoulder pains. Come on, bud. It's time. There we go. Oh, what the fuck? Kojima Productions joined the Fox team. Was that there before? Did you see that? There's a literal poster with fucking... What the fuck? Why would you put that in there? There's a literal Kojima Productions poster with Big Boss on it. Man, this game truly makes you feel like a Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, we'll just put Ishmael's face in bandages. Haha. Good play.
Hold up, let's fix this.
They shaved Big Boss's beard off for this disguise. He doesn't have a beard under those bandages.
Next time, do it yourself.
This is how you found out that they took all of Big Boss's individual hairs off of his face and then implanted them
Over there.
into my face. I have Big Boss's hair. And in the hair of Big Boss was all of his memories and emotions and memes. And then I became Big Boss through his beard hair. How accurate was that? How far away am I from the truth? Was that close enough? We became Big Boss through his beard. Bitch, we're gonna be playing this until we get into the car and then we crash, and then it's going to tell me what the fuck happened to Ishmael.
Keep your head down.
I can't understand how you would not immediately start this mission and everything falls into place for you. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be building up for the reveal, because I'm like, it's just spelling it out for me right now. I mean, it spelled it out at the beginning of the game, but obviously you're not thinking clearly. You're like, holy fuck, I'm just very confused, and I've woken up after 9 years, and this is probably a dream. I thought that it was a dream sequence or a nightmare at the very beginning of the game. I'm like, none of this is real. This is totally a nightmare. This man on fire couldn't possibly exist, and he's like, for some reason, thinking about, he's like dreaming a fucking psycho mantis that he's never even met, and he's got his own, he's talking to himself. But no, it's all real, and everything's just even more fucked up than I thought. We've come full circle. We have come full circle, and I can't believe we're here. I think making you maybe replay the entire mission is a bit much. Like, maybe it could kind of just like convert it to a little bit more of a cutscene form, and it kind of just like flashes through these events that we've already done, and then maybe takes us into new uncharted territory. Because it is shot for shot exactly the same. Except now we're like, oh my god. Because in the original, in the first mission, what happens is they're like, this is your face as we've seen it, and now we need to change it. But then you get killed. Like, I think you then get killed. Yeah, the doctor gets killed. You don't get killed, so you get your plastic surgery appointment cancelled.
Help me.
Because you pick your face and then you're like, cool, we're gonna make you look like this. But then doctor gets killed and then you're like, oh shit, I'm stuck looking like Big Boss. Oh no. But it was the other way around. The way it really goes is, hi, here's your face, you look like this. Normally not like Big Boss, but that's Chris's stupid decision to meme and make a joke. Yeah, and then we're gonna do plastic surgery and make you look like Big Boss, but you're not gonna know that. You stupid medic bitch with your 9-year coma and getting injected with your digoxin, whatever the fuck that is. Oi, Big Boss, where are you? This should be your mission. I'm just some guy. I'm an imposter.
Here! Over here!
This was such a cool opening. This was so effective. This is amazing. I was like,
Press the stance button to stand up.
whoa. Big Boss, you're breaking the fourth wall too. Press the stance button to stand up.
Searchlights. Here they come. Hurry.
Oops. Some things never change. I did that the first time I played that mission too.
Ahab.
Ahab. Ahab. I thought that the searchlight was a bit further down, but that's fine. This is only the first time this has happened. Didn't do that last time. Alright, let's fucking...
Don't get caught in those searchlights. Here they come, hurry. Now!
God damn, dude. Wonder if Big Boss's like Venom Snake waking up at this point in time was planned, or whether they had to kind of quickly act. Like, I'm really curious about like what was planned and what was unplanned about this thing. Does that mean they even fucked up my right eye? Like, they fucked up my eye too. They fucked up my fucking eyeball. And made me wear an eye patch. And fucking manipulated and hypnotized me into thinking that I was the legendary hero. That's very effective storytelling. That's an incredible twist. Bitch. What the fuck? Hurry up, dude. Come on, I know the way.
It's ugly now.
Oh, I just passed through the...
Come on.
And this was funny too, because then like he pushes through and leaves, and then you're like, oh, it's another guy with conveniently the same head bandages. And you're like, oh no, he got shot. I'm like, no, buddy.
What's happening out there?
He ducked out into the right-hand side for some reason. Why didn't he just...
You hear that?
Why didn't he just take us with him and take us into the door?
Oh, close again.
Hey.
Hey! Hey! I can't see what's happening.
What is that? What's happening out there? Does anybody know?
Hey!
You hear them coming?
Who are
I don't understand why you didn't just pull me in before, sir, but that's fine. Dramatic effect. They really just wanted to bring this game around full circle. What the fuck happens after this? What happens after I learn the truth? Like, what the fuck is this? What's up? Look at that face. His right eye's fine, dude. What the fuck? His eyes are fine. How do you explain that? My eye's fucked. Maybe he's wearing like a contact or something. He's got like contacts in his eyes. That would make sense. He's got contacts in or something. Change his eye color. I don't even know what Big Boss's eye color is anymore. I'm so confused. I'm like, what the fuck does he even look like? But this, he's definitely got something like a contact on at least his right eye. Because it should look like what my dude's eye looks like. Oh my god. It's DARPA Chief Donald Anderson in PS1 graphics.
Anything? Negative. He came in here. Keep looking.
This way. This way. We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get
Time
down
to
on
play
the
dead.
and crawl. If you move, we're done for. Play dead. Freeze.
It won't let me press the triangle button. This would be the perfect time to use, like, to introduce and to show, like, press triangle to, like, go down to the ground and be, like, dead silent. It makes sense to implement it here and go, here's your tutorial on how to press the triangle button to go down. But it doesn't even do that until you're, like, right in, fresh into gameplay. Big Boss is about to pee himself by sitting on a bag of stuff. Bag of juice. Turns out the real Big Boss was the friends that we made along the way. Whoa, hang on. Oh yeah, I forget. This is when they notice. Yeah, now they notice. Dude, why does my guy move? There's your visual ID. Then we are saved by Psycho Mantis, and the man on fire comes and does this. We are saved.
Grenade!
His Volgin clothes slowly burning away. There he is. Damn, man, I can see that original Volgin suit and that outfit so easily now. God damn. Absolutely bizarre, dude. Even knowing who that is and having the answers, it's like still fucking bizarre.
Hold on.
Let me fix my leg.
Better stop and treat that injury.
Now I can't see properly. Sorry, I keep bumping into you.
We'll have to take the stairs down.
Oh shit. So far. Stop, drop, and roll, baby. Time for me to get a gun. You tried to shoot me through the thing.
Don't you die on me.
Don't you die on me, I need you for my fake Big Boss plan. Bitch. What the fuck?
Hold on. We better stop and treat that injury.
This is crazy. So is my face like a one-to-one Big Boss face? He does look, his face does look different to Ground Zeroes, but I chalked that one up mostly to Ground Zeroes was released before Phantom Pain was even finished. They probably did like graphical improvements. Maybe they wanted to like update his model slightly for him to look a little different. Like maybe they improved it in their eyes. So I was like, I didn't really question any changes between this and Ground Zeroes. Give me a gun, please.
Know how to shoot a gun? Hold down the aim button to aim. Then press the attack button to fire.
The aim button to aim? That's crazy. Pew!
Hold on. I'll take the right. You take the left. Take cover fire!
You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Get the hell out of here, dude. Give me the real truth. Slap me in the face with it. So then he goes on ahead as well. What's going through your head right now, Big Boss, huh?
I'll run interference.
I'm Big Boss and I'm cool as fuck, boy. Wait, isn't it like I can just do this, can't I? Yeah. Just go this way. Right on. And then if I get close enough to the doors will bust open. And it's tank time. Here he goes. We're getting so close now. So this tank, this vehicle is being controlled by the third child. By Psycho Mantis. He's controlling this. God, this is so weird. So he blocks the door for us. He goes, aha. But now, if I just run to the door, the vehicle comes in. Traps them all in with the man on fire. This man is on fire. When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences in the form of a kinetic fucking blast? Get fucking eviscerated. Oh no! It's the man on fire. Better just quickly run to the door. I'm out of here. Woo! God damn, holy shit. Oh no, so maybe... Okay, Psycho Mantis isn't controlling the vehicle. I thought he might be. He was doing everything else. The vehicle is with these boys. I love that. He's like making them shoot so he does like his blast again. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I remember this. This is so fucked up, dude. Like, oh my god. Kojima did not hold back in this fucking opening, did he? Big Boss like, guys, I feel a little awkward here, just witnessing this. what if I just ran you over instead? Now, man. And then we get into the ambulance with Ishmael. Quick, shoot the guy with the bullets who absorbs bullets. Oh no! Quick, shoot the guy that absorbs bullets. Oh no! What's he gonna do? He ate all of my bullets. Yep, run over.
Get in!
Get in, bitch. We're going fake big bossing. We're going on a fucking huge, extreme lie. Alright, here we go. What the fuck happens now? Because we're gonna crash. Venom Snake goes off to meet Ocelot. Cue the rest of the game we just played. This fucking guy, however, Ishmael, after the crash, disappears. And the man on fire, god damn it, the man on fire goes off in pursuit of Big Boss Venom Snake. See, this is like, oh no, he's gone. And that's when you think like, oh, he's been shot, he's maybe dead. But then he disappears, so obviously he's not dead. And good night, sweet prince. We're out of here. Okay, now what happens? Now what happens, bitch? Show me. You made me replay that whole mission. Show me. What? You just made me replay that whole mission. You just made me replay that whole mission. What do you mean? Now what? There's no follow-up after that. Thank fuck. It's like, what the fuck? Here we fucking go. Ocelot drags us out.
Hurry.
He fucking knows. He's full on into it too. There we fucking go. Knew it. Wow. Wow. Not only did Ocelot know exactly what, but he was like in direct contact with Big Boss in this moment. So be like, quick, this way. Woo, boy. What if I'm a spy? Or you?
Bike. It's tuned up and ready to go.
Dude. Oh my god, the fucking bike. Eva says hi.
I'll handle the rest.
Adam and Eva right now. Adam Scar.
That's your name as of today.
David.
You best change your face, too. This one will take your place. Here on, he's Snake.
They're gonna change. Big Boss is gonna change his face to my stupid fucking avatar, which I created to look like Big Boss. I've ruined the immersion for myself, and I'm so sorry. Because obviously I didn't expect this to happen. I thought it was just dumb Metal Gear Online fun that I never explored, and... Big Boss gets given a passport.
He believes it, too. My very own Phantom, huh? Boss, the whole world wants your head. Don't worry. He can handle it. Move now. Quickly.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh my fucking god, dude. That's where the cigar's been this whole time with the real fucking Big Boss. We've just been smoking the shitty e-cigarettes this whole time to...
We'll meet again.
Right.
This is why we've never been smoking cigars in the fucking ACC. Wow. But hang on, he does have a beard. He does have a beard. What the hell's going on with the bandages then? You can see that he doesn't have a beard. That's interesting. I guess it's just a graphical thing. He's wearing a Diamond Jogs jacket, dude. He looks like he does in Ground Zeroes. There's a slight facial difference. There is a slight facial difference. That is the exact same Big Boss face from Ground Zeroes. The Phantom Pain face is slightly different. It's there in front of you the whole time. Code Talker helps create the US military Code Talker cipher book. Virtuous Mission, Snake Eater, Death of the Boss, the comatose Volgin is transported to a research facility on the outskirts of Moscow. Code Talker begins his research on the End's remains. Holy fuck. The Congo crisis is brought to a close. China conducts its first hydrogen bomb test. Eva disappears, last seen in Hanoi. The US Department of Defense successfully sends its first message using ARPANET. The treaty on the non-blah blah blah nuclear weapons enters into force. Major Zero disbands Fox. The Democratic Republic of the Congo changes its name to Zaire. The Leon Fontaree project begins. Clones of Big Boss upon Eli and David. Big Boss parts ways with Zero. I'm losing everything. India, Peace Walker, US, Salt, Mother Base. Zero hides Big Boss in it. Zero hides Big Boss in a hospital. Zero hides Big Boss in a hospital? Can I go back? Eli is taken to Great Britain. Zero suffers brain damage due to Skullface's parasite attack. I need to like pause. I should have been pausing this the whole time just to read it. Eli escapes his handlers in Africa and disappears. In 1979, President Somoza defects. Emmerich's first child was born with Strangelove. He's named Hal. With Strangelove has now been added. Snake awakens. Civilian airline carrier carrying the third boy crashes in the mountains of Ukraine. Quiet suffers full body burns at the hospital in Cyprus and undergoes parasite therapy to survive. Skullface dies. Out of Heaven logo. So Eli is like, the DNA test was like, oh yeah, he's not part of the project, but he is. So they must have been some weird way to like differentiate it. And I think it was because of what I'd already said previously in that episode when I was like, maybe like the different genes, like he looks different. I don't know. He's not a perfect clone. So I am not entirely sure as to why the test would fail when it's obviously he's Liquid Snake. That run through of everything that's going on. Holy shit. Filling in that gaps in that 9-year coma too. From the man who sold the world.
No time for anesthetic. We have to open her now.
I'm the fucking medic. I'm Big Boss's close twin. No. It's Big Boss and Big Boss budget version.
Boss.
Big Boss budget boss. Holy fuck, dude. Look at that. And I took the shrapnel because I was in front of him. Wow. That's me, bitch. I would like to apologize for the avatar that looks like Big Boss. It's a little bit...
Who you are?
It's a little bit immersion breaking, but I thought it was a funny joke. I obviously didn't know this was going to happen, so it's kind of smacked me in the face a bit, but I think it is also kind of amusing. It's funny because then it sort of like is like a thing where they go, you know, he kind of looks similar to you, Big Boss. We could probably do something here.
What you were meant to do.
I cheated death thanks to you. And thanks to you, I've left my mark. You have too. You've written your own history. You're your own man. I'm Big Boss. And you are too. No. He's the two of us together. Where we are today, we built it. This story, this legend, it's ours. We can change the world and with it the future. I am you and you are me. Carry that with you wherever you go. Thank you, my friend. From here on out, you're Big Boss.
What the fuck? From here on out, you're Big Boss. So he fucking tells him the truth. Dude, I'd be so fucking traumatized and pissed off. I'd be like, what? I'd be fucked. Operation what? Operation what? Operation Intrude. Oh, that was so cool. I am you and you are me. We are Big Boss.
We passed up on the stair. We spoke
was his friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago.
What the fuck, dude? I don't know what to say. I don't know. I already kind of just really went into that one and gave you my thoughts. This whole fucking this whole thing that we played. Oh my god. That's fucking incredible. So he tells him that he's not Big Boss, but he also is Big Boss. And this must be how Big Boss survives and shows up in Metal Gear Solid 4 at the end, because that's the real Big Boss. Which means the Big Boss that Solid Snake thought that he killed was Venom Snake. Kojima made and created an entire game to resolve or explain how Big Boss survived at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4. This whole game is literally, how do we show that Big Boss survives to 2014, 30 years later? Instead of just like being like, haha, bitch, I lived. It's, no, you killed the other me way back when. I think that was the end. I think that reveal, truth, was the end. Guys, we're gonna let the credits roll. We're gonna let the credits roll, and then I will collect myself and my thoughts, and we will do some post-credits thoughts, feelings, and opinions on what the fuck we just witnessed. Okay, so give me a moment to collect myself, and then we will have a talk. Okay, and then it keeps going. It keeps going. We get more. All right, we get fucking follow up. Here we go. 1984, the Olympic Games are held in LA. Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics. Eli establishes his Kingdom of the Flies in Africa in 1984. 1985, Gorbachev takes office in the Soviet Union. A post-Cold War period begins. Soviet Union makes complete withdrawal from Afghanistan. Afghanistan plunges into civil war. Follow the Berlin Wall. Gulf War. 1991, Liquid Eli and Solid David are sent to the battlefield. So in 1991, this is 7 years later, they are now 19 years of age, dude. What the fuck? South Africa acknowledges possession of nuclear weapons and simultaneously pledges to abolish its arsenal. Formation of the Taliban. 1995, while commanding Special Forces Unit Foxhound from a position in the US military, Big Boss establishes the fortified military nation Outer Heaven in South Africa. The Outer Heaven uprising occurs, but is quashed by Solid Snake, who kills Big Boss's Phantom. That's the events of Metal Gear. Commanding Special Forces Unit Foxhound from a position in the US military. That part is super weird to me. So, is commanding Foxhound from a position in the US military. Big Boss establishes military nation Outer Heaven. Goddamn. $1999 is, I believe, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Zanzibar land disturbance. Solid Snake kills Big Boss, but the Patriots revive him and conceal his comatose body. So in Metal Gear 1, Solid Snake kills Venom Snake. In Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake thinks he kills Big Boss, but he is revived by the Patriots and his body is his comatose body is concealed, and then 2014 happens. Shadow Moses incident, deaths of Master Kazuhiro Miller, Donald Anderson, SIGINT, and Dr. Clark, paramedic. Solid Snake and Hal Emmerich establish Philanthropy, an anti-Metal Gear NGO. Manhattan Tanker incident. Big Shell incident, dude. I love that is Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 is summarized as Manhattan Tanker incident, Big Shell incident. Whereas you get like 2005 is like, yeah, here's what happened in 2005. And then, holy shit, 2014, Guns of the Patriots incident. Patriots AI system is destroyed. Deaths of Ocelot and Eva. Big Boss kills Zero. Big Boss dies. Finally. Big Boss dies in 2014. Finally. To see the boss's will actually realized in the form of Solid Snake.
If the boss has some plan, what is it?
The real Big Boss is working separately from us to create his new nation.
New nation?
A
Miller knew.
nation above and apart from all. The true outer heaven. Something created to maintain world balance. Independent of the struggles for supremacy, for personal profit, the cycles of revenge between countries. It'll be an army, all right, but more. Big Boss is building a nation. But until it's complete, we support the other Big Boss. The Phantom carries on his legend, his meme.
His meme.
That is Big Boss's plan.
So that's the way it is. 9 years ago, I thought everything had been taken from me. But now I really have lost it all. The boss, and the future we were building together.
Oh.
One day, the age of Big Boss's sons will arrive. They'll likely want to settle the score with him. We have to shape that age. We'll each have roles to play. Building the foundation for a revolution led by both Big Bosses, the True One and the Phantom.
No. Big Boss can go to hell. I'll make the Phantom and his son stronger to send him there. For that, I'll keep playing my role.
Yes! That's how it happens.
You know, sooner or later, there will be only one boss. There's only room for one boss. His sons are fated to face each other someday, too. If the day ever comes that you go back to Cypher, I'll aid the other son. And then you and I will be enemies, too. One of us will have to kill the other.
Fine by me. I'll be ready for the new age. Until then, we'd better get used to coexisting.
Ten out of fucking 10. 10 out of fucking 10, dude. There are people that don't like this game. Are you kidding me? There are people that don't like this game. Look, the only part of me that would acknowledge anything is unfinished is because you guys told me, right? This doesn't feel unfinished to me. It feels like with the knowledge that you're like, oh yeah, it was unfinished, and there was the drama that Kojima and Konami split, right? And it didn't get finished. What about this is unfinished? it literally wraps the story of chapter 1 I thought was the end of the game, and I was like, holy fuck, like it ends, and it's sad that the story's not going to continue because there's so much more that could happen. But like Skullface was defeated, that was that. There was still plot threads to explore, but that was the part of me that was thinking it was unfinished, and I was going, oh man, like finding out Eli's stuff and all that, like we're not going to get any more resolution. That is the unfinished part that I'm understanding. I'm like, damn it, you know. And going, you know, there's not going to be another Metal Gear game. That makes it even worse. But with this, we get chapter 2, where we get a whole bunch of fucking shit happens, and so much happens in chapter 2 that is thinking about the future titles. So much is happening of the games that are coming up next. It's setting up getting rid of Huey, so Huey can do his thing for then ultimately where he ends up. It's revealing that there's 2 big bosses so that they can explain away one of the big boss's death from the original Metal Gear games, which I still haven't played, but I've obviously been able to figure out and piece together certain pieces of information based on what the other games have told me. It literally has Eli running off to go and do his own thing in Africa. That being unexplored hurts a little bit, but like I said, like that would have been explored, or most likely explored, in a future Metal Gear game if one happened, if Kojima stayed at Konami. I feel like there would have been more. We would have seen Solidus Snake and Jack the Ripper. We would have seen the late 80s. We would have moved into the late 80s, early 90s era before the Metal Gear games, if Metal Gear Solid continued. But I get chapter 2, all this stuff happens, Huey leaves, Eli leaves, Ocelot and Miller talk about the future because they will be at odds. Ocelot will be with the other son, Ocelot and Liquid. Miller will be with the other son, Miller and Solid. That's why he knows him as Master Miller, and he swears off Big Boss, like Big Boss can go to hell because he's ditched me to go build Out of Heaven, so I'm going to go jump over to the other side and I'm going to support this fake Big Boss for now. And they're literally acknowledging that they will be adversaries on the field one day, which does happen, until one of them kills the other. By the way, Master Miller was assassinated in his home. I'm willing to bet that Ocelot was the one who went and killed him. There's even an epilogue after the credits where they talk about stuff and they set up the future stuff and they go through all of that. There's no part of this game that says it's unfinished to me. Anything that is left unexplored, like Eli running away, is like stuff that would easily be explored in a future game. But obviously, Kojima didn't know that whether he would be making a future game or not at this point, whether this would be the final one, whatever. That's another discussion. This was a complete game. I played over 90 hours of this game, and every single episode that I've done for the channel has had story stuff. It's had good stuff. Like, this game was fucking incredible. There's no part of me that has gotten to the end here and gone, man, this sucks. It's unfinished. I feel like there must have been some sort of narrative or story push in gaming media or anything that was happening around the time of the Kojima and Konami split, because it happened around the time or just before or whatever of like this game's release. There was controversy. So therefore you're like, oh, he left before he could finish it. But like me playing this and going into this blind, there's no part of me that thinks that this is unfinished, even right at the end where we are right now. I think what it does is it sows those seeds for those future games that are already out, trying its best to tie it all together, which I think it does those things quite well. But we can all acknowledge that bittersweet feeling of there could have been more, as in there could have been another Metal Gear game that would have been that late 80s, early 90s. We could have explored more of Eli's growth with what happens with him and the children when they fuck off with Sahelanthropus. That is a plot thread that is now not going to be explored. What happens to Sahelanthropus? But we could have also got, like I said, Solidus and Jack the Ripper stuff would have been absolutely incredible, a Metal Gear story to tell, you know. I am just so impressed. I'm so impressed. The gameplay is out of this world, so fucking fun and inventive and creative, and it's the pinnacle of Metal Gear Solid gameplay, which is like this freedom of choice, which is like there's so much that you can do, and like the stealth gameplay is just 10 out of 10. So much fun to play stealth in this game. It's unbelievable. Like, just the freedom and creativity that an open world Metal Gear game gives you is absolutely incredible. I genuinely think that this is, it's so close to being my top one. I still think Metal Gear Solid 4 is the best one for me. It's like my favorite, but Metal Gear Solid 5 is like, they're just like sitting right there together because there's just so many fucking good things about it, you know? There are people that played the prologue or played the beginning and dropped this game, man. And that hurts me. It disappoints me because I'm like, how could you not see this through to the end? You know? I'm not going to throw some, you know, you're not a true Metal Gear fan if you don't do this. Like, I'm a new bitch. I only just rocked up here in the past year to play this series, but like, I am so heavily invested in this story and love it to death that I just like am so impressed with this title that even if there was like, let's say chapter 2 didn't even exist, I would be able to acknowledge that it was like unfinished and be like, damn, they really fucking gave us all these plot threads that were unexplored, and it sucks because we didn't get another Metal Gear game, but we got chapter 2. Chapter 2 resolves this game. This is a complete game. If there's anything that's unfinished, it feels like it was largely minor things, or it was something that was like just finishing it up towards the end. But in terms of like the plot, the gameplay, the whole overarching themes of the game, how it resolves, the resolution of this game is there. It's complete. Like, this is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, in its complete package. And whether there was like a cut Mission 51, which people have mentioned, whether there was like that or not, like, yes, I understand that there could have been more to tell, because when is there ever not more Metal Gear story to tell? What I'm saying is this game doesn't feel unfinished to me at all. This feels like it's absolutely complete. If there's a Mission 51 to check out, which has some stuff, which we will look into, I don't even know that like what could be in it. You know, it's got to add some more stuff, which is cool, but like this is it. I don't know. I'm on a huge ramble at this point, on a huge rant, a passionate one. But honestly, Metal Gear Solid 5 haters, I completely disagree. I completely disagree. There are people in the comments in the earlier episodes that were like, this game was a huge disappointment to me. Dropped it as soon as I finished like the first couple of missions. And I was like, but that's barely scratching the surface. That's barely scratching the surface. There is so much story in the cassette tapes as well that if you don't listen to the cassette tapes, you're missing out on such an important part of the story's development. And like, I understand why they're cassette tapes, because it's just like in-depth information that is like, that just gives so much more than like the cutscenes that we're shown, or like playing the game through the story. Like, they're not going to do a cutscene with Code Talker's research where he sits there in his chair and he talks to you about the fucking Wolbachia. You need to get that in a cassette tape to listen to in your own time. You know, it's the same thing with a game that has a codex. It's the same thing with games that have like books to read, and like all that world building information that is so relevant to like fully understanding the game. So with that in mind, I'm going to press X to go okay, and we will proceed. We've got some key items. We've got some stuff. We've got Truth Records cassette tape. We've got the codename Big Boss. We got a whole bunch of, a whole bunch of Metal Gear related emblems. Cyborg Ninja. Zanzibar Land. Outer Haven emblem. Legendary Soldiers. S++. Give me my S++, babies. Nice. How many? A few. Not bad. So, there was also no follow-up on the English strain, with quiet talking, however. That thing does still stand out to me a little bit. That one there I will bring up. I just remembered that. I'm confused about the English strain. I'm not sure what's gone on there. Because Quiet spoke the English strain nearby, so it should have infected Big Boss. And you finish the game, and you're here now, and now look where we are. You can play these missions. You can do your side ops. We can continue playing the game. We can continue forging our story, our legend, as Big Boss, as a Venom Snake. It continues, and now there's a whole bunch of tapes in Truth Records. Secret recording of Skullface and Zero. Zero. There we go. We finally got Zero's voice. Paz and Zero. Every time he was coming up in the credits. Where the fuck is this guy? Where the fuck is this guy? Secret recording of Zero visiting Snake. Holy shit, man. This is amazing to me. And then you finish this, and then you get all your tapes after this, which give you more goes more in depth on the whole fucking truth. After that, I'll just take a quick break because that was a lot to process. And then we are going to listen to these tapes. Okay, I'm back. I'm relaxed. I've had time to think and process the information that I've just been presented with. I want to talk about, just quickly, because the thought that I had of like the leftover thing was like, how did Snake not get infected, right? How did Snake not get infected when she spoke? I think you have to speak for a little while to have the symptoms develop, or like for it to actually kick in. So I think it's fine. I also think that Big Boss got Walbakia, so he's actually got like the female. I think he's got like stuff going on. Like he should be necessarily immune, but I believe the main reason Quiet wasn't speaking was because she'd be able to spread it to the world, everyone else. So that's why she took the vow of silence, and that's why Big Boss did not get infected. At least that is my understanding of that one. So to clear that up, that's how I feel about that. And now it's time to think about what we've done. Double think about what we've done. Let's take a listen.
Boss, how are you back on your feet so quickly?
There's a non-smoking ward.
Boss.
If I listened to everything the doctors said, I'd probably die in here. No point waking up after 9 years for that.
Well, having you out of that bed makes things a little easier.
Bad news, huh?
Things are looking worse.
Go on.
They found out about you waking up. And the man on fire picked this time to wake up too. We'll have to move forward ahead of schedule. Miller already has the preparations underway. We'll have to wake up your neighbor too.
So he's not. He seems awake now.
No. Well, he's not actively conscious yet, at least.
He was a doctor too.
In his mind, that past no longer exists. Your past is his past now. He's going to be your phantom, not some simple diversion. He'll act as the new Big Boss.
So Big Boss was actually still in coma as well. Like, he was in a coma, but he was also in a coma for the same amount of time. Which is kind of weird. They were both in a coma. Is that my understanding? That both Big Boss and the medic were both in a 9-year coma? I would have thought that the Big Boss... Because if Big Boss said, I've been watching over you for 9 years. So I would have thought that Big Boss might have been awake first.
The act just isn't for Cypher. He'll be your face on the world stage until the time comes for your resurgence.
You make it sound easy.
We've been busy over the last 9 years. His altered state of consciousness has helped us implant powerful suggestions through induced hypnagogia. He's experienced all your missions on record and shares all your knowledge and experience to make him believe that he is the one true Big Boss. No one around him will doubt that he's the Big Boss they know. So, is he the real Big Boss or a stand-in? What does that mean to him? Nothing. The human brain is capable of many illusions. Of pain, of the future, What happens from here depends on his skill. You can vouch for that.
He was always the best man we had. But
9 years ago in that helicopter, he threw himself between you and the blast. In that moment, the man you knew died. He died protecting you. And now, by becoming you, he protects you again. This is just a detour in his journey to hell. And don't forget, it's what he wanted. He's in his dog days now. It's not just him. We'll be putting the people in this hospital in the line of fire. They'll be your shield and necessary diversion to buy us some time.
And you?
I'll be right by his side.
Can you keep it up? It's a hell of a lie.
It won't be a lie. I won't know his secret either. I'll believe that he's the real big boss. I'll have no conscious knowledge of you. Where's the lie in that?
Self-hypnosis.
It's nothing new in my line of work. Manipulating memories, the past.
Ocelot hypnotized himself to think that he was Liquid in Metal Gear Solid 4. That's how they decided to tie that one all together. That's how they decided to resolve and wrap up that storyline right at the end with the "you're pretty good." He self-hypnotized himself, and it introduces it here. So he is going to do self-hypnosis to also think that this is the real big boss, which is great. But Miller, on the other hand, not so sure about. Maybe that's why he has such, like, he keeps going up against Big Boss, like Venom Snake, and he keeps, like, they keep having, like, these things when, like, Venom makes the decisions, is Miller's like, "You are fake, sir," and I don't know if the real Big Boss would make that choice. Maybe he's having that internal struggle.
But that's not all. When the time is right, I need to remember that you're the real boss. In a world, it's double think.
In this year,
2 + 2 = 5. And I want you to do the same.
right. His bodyguard?
Correct. It won't be long before this hospital comes under attack. We'll wake him up right away, but he won't be back to full health in time.
He says 2 + 2 = 5 when you try and shoot him with the tranquilizer
I want
at
to
the beginning.
see his face again.
All right, John. I've never forgotten you in these 9 years, but I have to forget you now.
Adam, I'm counting on you.
Wow. Wow.
What's up?
About the 1972 project. Les Enfants Terribles.
You never did like the French.
All that Catherine the Great aristocratic pompousness gets to me, that's all. Palace talk. They can keep it.
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children.
That madness Zero started. Or the start of his madness.
You found out something new?
The plan itself was abandoned in '76. ATGC dismantled the project, and their account with DARPA was closed. So I was worried about what happened to you. Your sons.
They're no sons of mine. And they're sure as hell not me.
Just a bunch of cells grown in a lab?
What they are is much sicker than that.
Well, Zero doesn't think so. Eva doesn't either. To them, those boys are your clones. They're you, down to the last hair.
And?
The first boys were raised free range, like we thought. Both of them. David has never left the States, but the other, Eli, has disappeared. Might as well call it abandoned. They're through with him.
Where is he?
He was in England, Zero's home ground. Apparently he traveled to Africa after that, but that's where he escaped from Zero's care.
Just like that. Why?
Who knows? Maybe he found out about his birth. If he's alive, he'd be 11 or 12 by now. Old enough to think and act for himself.
So he might still be alive.
On his own, there? I wouldn't bet on it. John, if he is alive, what's the plan?
I have nothing to say to him. Treat him like a human being, just another person.
Boss.
I made a silly mistake which I'll rectify in the past in the edit. I guess it's just like there's so much information, so much stuff coming up at once where I was talking about like the Eli stuff. Like obviously he's Liquid Snake and I'm like, oh yeah, the DNA test. And I'm literally going, dude, you're not Big Boss, you are the medic from the chopper. Of course the DNA test is going to be negative. Because they didn't test the real, they didn't do a comparison to the real Big Boss. Duh. There's so much information coming up that I'm like just going off a tangent, and I'll go, oh wait, I know this information, but I have obviously just, in the confusion of everything, been like, oh yeah, this is a thing. So obviously the test results would be negative because they're testing a different body and not the real big boss.
Business you and Miller started. Since the industry spread out to the PFs, it may have a favorable influence on Cypher. To a ruler, an everlasting enemy is convenient. By directing the public's animosity outside his borders, he could unify their frame of mind. Guns for hire continue the war, then enrich the economy with their spoils. War as a business will become a permanent tool for manipulating the public mind. A new business model. You might even call it a war economy. Before long, Cypher, or rather the Patriots, will be drawn to this. Probably only a few decades before it takes hold. It's not far off at all.
The war economy, dude, 2014.
On Zero. We don't even know whether he's still alive. But the protocol he put in motion's making steady progress. Every day, SIGINT's web covers a little bit more of the globe. Total information control. Big Brother Zero. And it'll happen before anyone even realizes. I don't like it. You're the big brother of the battlefield. You've earned a firm grip on the world's military power. But soon, Zero will have nations in his. He'll erase the Cold War. All war from people's minds. And with it, the world's borders. Zero's will, his influence, will be unleashed, with nothing to stem the tide. When that happens, opposition will no longer match the lines on the map. And boss, with no borders left, what difference can we make? War will have lost any true meaning to the world. Just one more gear keeping the wheels of economy turning. Another product bearing down the capitalist conveyor belt. The future your friend Miller wanted. That's all there is in store. Perhaps it's already too late. But human will should only be handed down and nurtured by human hands. It can't be entrusted to the system. Especially not that soulless phantom that Zero's left in his wake. No matter what happens, we'll have to fight someday to reclaim our truth. Until next time, Big Boss.
Big Boss.
Someone has successfully struck at Zero. Since Zero's using a private network, we get information, but we have no way to trace his location. That means the details are still fuzzy at this point, but apparently some new bioweapon was used. As soon as he noticed the dip in his vital signs, he had his stomach pumped and even underwent blood dialysis. But he didn't fully recover. Ironically, if Zero kept more company, he'd have been safe. Since the incident, his speech and actions have been getting more unhinged by the day. He's probably been rushed to another safe house for intensive care. But the location is a complete mystery. That's the way he operates. He went to incredible lengths to make sure his great escape went unnoticed. So far, I know at least Langley and the Pentagon were involved. He had a blackout triggered in New York to disrupt the transportation and information grids, and at least 2 submarines were sighted off the coast. The personnel involved were working off a cover story. Naturally, the White House was fed the same thing. The project is buried under a pile of dummy ops and backup plans stretching across multiple organizations. It's safe to say not one of the people involved knew what they were moving or to where. All top secret, no trail, no leads. He's living up to his name as usual. Only this time, even I can't find him. Now, the only record of his location lies within the Cypher AI that was at the heart of the escape plan. And that's closed off, with its data sealed away in a secret location. Skullface was able to put together this assassination attempt, but even he can't possibly know where Zero is now. I'll keep searching, but when you're up against he who controls information, it's gonna be a long battle. Boss, it was Anderson after all. That's right, the man who went by SIGINT during Operation Snake Eater. Following Zero's disappearance, he's taken over command of Cypher. Well, to be precise, the AI he oversees has. The idea to have an AI act for Zero came about in '74, when the data from the mammal pod penetrated NORAD. Clearly, an AI couldn't be allowed to make its own decisions. So they would take away its ability to act, and instead create a specialized system in which the AI, bound by specific rules, filters the massive amounts of data it collects before passing it on to people, subtly guiding their decision-making. A system of the people, by the people, for the people. So they began researching how to do it. DARPA apparently brought Strangelove on board to head it up. She was forced out after a certain incident. The direction of the project and any trace of her existence was scrubbed after her departure. Before Zero lost consciousness as his condition worsened, he left instructions for Anderson. Through a cutout, of course. Zero went out of his way to hide your location in order to keep you safe. This meant sacrificing his own protection. It was the only way to ensure you could stand alone as your own man. Here I am. The only link between you and the world that's passing you by. I'm your last connection now. This was Zero's last request. His will. Once you're awake, we need to discuss the best way to ensure your safety. Oh, and they've got a name for Anderson's AI project. It's called the Patriots. It's all about ensuring once this time here I it was the oldest meant Zero went out of his way to hide your location in order to keep you safe.
That, oh my god, it's like it's so much to process. When it's just like Zero, because that's what when it was giving us the years go by at the end of the credits. There's like Zero was protecting us here, but Cypher was taken control by not necessarily like Sigint, but like the AI, and Cypher became its own beast at that point. Dude, there's just so much to take in here.
Sacrificing his own protection. It was the only way to ensure you could stand alone as your own man. Here I am. The only link between you and the world that's passing you by. I'm your last connection now. This was Zero's last request. His will. Once you're awake, we need to discuss the best way to ensure your safety. Oh, and they've got a name for Anderson's AI project.
The Patriots, baby.
The Patriots. It's all about ensuring that the concepts driving society appears the same in the mind of each person in that society. About maintaining the identity of the individual, and yet having that individual willingly make up part of the whole. I guess it's fitting to call that patriotism. Creating a united world. Zero's will is already fading into a shadow of what it once was. Systems, guidelines, rules, laws. When you take a mentality and fix it in a solid shape, put it out there in the hands of people, it can only begin to decay. No mentality can last forever. When the body dies, the will dies with it.
Here we go. Secret recording time.
Huh?
Over here.
Hello?
Not there. Here.
Huh?
Holy shit. It's been so long.
Thank you for coming. Please.
You're...
Is it that odd? I suppose the cuffs have gotten a bit loose. Although, truth be told, I have been spending more time in
pajamas as of late?
No, nothing.
The tie, perhaps. Not the most fashionable pattern, I admit.
No, it is very nice.
How sweet. Will you take a little brandy? You're hardly underage, after all.
No, thank you.
Please, sit.
Dude, we're hearing Zero talk.
Pacifica Ocean.
What?
Ah, yes. You've already begun. Not bad. A schoolgirl through and through. Even he won't suspect otherwise. Here you are.
Thank you. I heard you were sick?
Poppycock. I just like to take a little time off work.
You?
You must feel that way sometimes.
Well...
Anyway, I could hardly greet my first guest from that damned bed.
I, missed my chance to catch you snoring.
Now I'm twice as glad I got ready in time. Drink, before it gets cold. English breakfast tea. All I have, I'm afraid.
No coffee?
There were 8 candidates before you, meaning you will be the 9th Paz Ortega Andrade.
What happened to the others?
They're in the next room. They've been taking it easy these past few months.
They...
Do you see any windows here?
No?
I've gotten used to it, this life. I am who I am, after all, and I've had my fill of cursing this bloody dungeon. Excuse me. But I can't help sometimes wishing I could see the stars. What should I do?
Well, you could go outside, go up to the roof, wait for the clouds to pass. You would have a view of Manhattan, and a pretty one too. But once the wind blows, and the clouds pass, you can look up and see a sky full of stars. Even here.
You've had a hard time getting to where you are.
Yes.
Sewer rats lead better lives. I know. Extreme training, starvation, days spent without sleep. Abandoned, hurt, and all but killed in every way imaginable. Some of your compatriots died. Others betrayed you, left you for dead. And you did the same to them. But through it all, you survived. And you alone made it here. Just look at you. I can see everything you've been through.
Yes.
Consider this mission a reward for the mountain you've climbed.
Thank you.
Yes, well, you know what's next.
Yes.
And you are prepared?
Yes.
I believe you. That ever so slight tan. Not the type you'd get on the West Coast. If I didn't know better, I'd say you really did grow up around the equator. But it runs deeper than that. One look at you, and I see a wide-eyed student yearning for peace. Born and raised in Central America. I can see it all. How much preparation have you done?
A little.
You'll be perfect for this, to strike back at Snake. I'll share everything I know about him.
Caution, rain.
But you mustn't forget who you're dealing with. If he were to get the better of you, well, I deeply regret having put you in that position. But beyond that, I'm putting my life in your hands.
You can trust me, Cypher.
None of my friends call me that. Tea's gone cold. Shall I make some more?
I No, we are the only ones here. There is no one in the other room.
And how do you know that?
You said I was your first guest.
Oh, I haven't had this much fun in quite a while. All right, then.
Cypher's been in hiding ever since his grand experiment. No one's seen him in years. All we hear are orders delivered by proxy.
I remember this.
Except you.
This is from...
Face to face.
This is from Ground Zeroes.
Tell me where he is. Where
I don't know if this is different though.
Where is Zero?
Zero.
I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak. I've never had the free, but you do as you.
This
it may
will you?
Not for you.
All right. Zero is.
We've heard that before. We've heard that first minute and 13 seconds at the end of Ground Zeroes.
Hell's Kitchen.
We haven't heard this.
10th Avenue. He is undergoing treatment there.
Not exactly Hyde Park.
His medical needs keep him from moving around. That is why he summoned me there. The other residents are of varying race and ages, but in reality, all 40 units are Cypher personnel. It took him 10 years to replace the original occupants. He has got places like this all over the world.
No better place to hide a needle than a stack of needles.
Zero is on the top floor. A room with no windows and no doors. Even the elevator does not reach it. Officially, the floor does not exist. The only access is by a secret staircase 1 floor down. Room 702.
Shades of World War II.
Nobody realizes the entire building is a setup. People go in and out all day. But they're all Cypher. The building blends right in with the rest of the city. They disseminate rumors that a gang operates out of the building. That keeps most outsiders away. And most of them are there as security in case of an emergency. But even they don't know what they're really protecting. Foot traffic, goods coming in and out, phone lines, water and sewage. It is all monitored remotely by satellite and cameras inside and out. Should he need it, there is a sealed-off water conduit that can be used to escape to the Hudson River, and from there to the sea. But from the outside, it is just another building. A perfect disguise.
So the Major believes zero suspicion equals total security. Very bold. It's just the kind of ruse I'd expect from him. So long as no one's suspicions are aroused, you could hide there forever. On the other hand, if someone figures it out, there are dozens of ways in. And he's so paranoid about information slipping out, no one involved has the full picture. That ignorance is a weakness, the downfall of a need-to-know system. The pitfalls are clear. Circumventing them will be simplicity itself.
You hate him, don't you?
Hate? He never left me to die. I owe him my life. I'm bound to repay the favor. Any way I can. But that's not what you really want to know. What you want to know is, do I hate Big Boss? I don't hate the man. I do deserve a little more of his gratitude. But he probably has no idea who I am. So you see, I have no reason to hate him at all. I mean to have my revenge against Zero. It's not petty hatred or resentment. Nothing so personal. Even the hottest lava eventually cools, becoming a mountain. And that mountain becomes the land. Scalding steam comes back down as rain, forming rivers, draining into the sea. It's then that nature's order sets in. Now I'm merely a part of that cycle. Just like Zero. And you. And Big Boss.
Don't do it!
That lava, that vengeance, is already set as stone. Too late to change things now.
Don't kill him!
The choice is not mine to make.
Please, let Big Boss live!
Proceed.
Please!
Give her the shot already! Hold her still!
So what I'm getting from that is, I think, if they're talking about, like, Ocelot's report to Big Boss about Zero has been attacked, is that Skullface going and attacking this location because Paz gave it away?
It's me. Ocelot. It's been quite a while. Yeah, I'll say. Took a lot longer for you to surface than I expected, Major. I wasn't planning on coming back at all, but I had no choice. Well, after the Caribbean. My hunch was proven right. You wouldn't believe who was behind it. Oh, I have an idea. How did you respond? Immediate disinformation campaign. Most bought into the story, but not everyone. It was quite an incident, after all. I couldn't cover everything, but I did hide the fact that Snake survived. And that should buy us some time. Where is he? En route to an old foxhole of mine. A base in the British sovereign area of Cyprus. The military hospital at Dikelia? Ava's leading the operation. Ava? Following your orders? Funny, isn't it? That we should all reunite like this. This is an emergency. Otherwise, I sure as hell would... Yes, I don't expect you to bury the hatchet between us. Something simply won't ever happen. Even I can appreciate that. You too can only bear to speak with me from time to time. That's fine. But I don't want Snake to die. Surely we can come together on that. There are so few men I can turn to. And you're number one, Ocelot. Keep him hidden. Keep him safe. But I'll stay where I am. And leave the rest to you. That's how he'd want it too. Isn't it better for you to be there to supervise? Where I am, where he goes, it makes no difference. All that matters is getting him the very best treatment and security. The latter being where you come in. Will he wake up? And if so, when?
I have absolutely no idea. But as long as his heart is beating, he will keep fighting. So please, watch over him.
This location, it's safe?
No one will find him. And if they try, I will deal with them. The information must be suppressed.
Which is what you do best. Guess you're still at the top of your game, huh?
Anything but. I'm sick, Ocelot. Donald's taken over a great deal. He'll be handling this situation from here on as well. Though I wish it weren't so. This will probably be the last time you and I speak. So, you won't say no, will you?
I have no choice.
Thank you.
Save your thanks.
One more thing. A proposition.
Yes.
I've prepared a ruse of sorts. One I imagine you'll quite like.
What is it?
You could say I've made another snake.
Major?
I'm not talking about the children. A mental copy. His phantom, if you like.
Oh, this is Zero's idea.
You will when you get to Cyprus.
It's fucking Zero's idea, holy shit.
But the rest is in your hands. You're good at this kind of thing. The best. I need you on this.
If it's in his best interests.
I assure you, it is. Look after Snake. He's the toughest son of a bitch I've ever known.
There's just like this whole focus on like Zero being like the villain, but then it's actually like Zero wants Snake alive and he's actually trying to like be on his side, but like there's bad blood between them and the whole Leon Fontareves project and like all of that kind of stuff causing that rift. But like Zero's like, I'm trying to keep him alive and protect him, and he comes up with the V has come to. V has come to would have been like, you know, the signal that he's up and ready, and there you go. And Zero's just like, sorry, Sigint's gonna take over Cypher and the AI and blah blah, and oh my god, it's just like there's just it's hard to be like, oh man, Zero's a fucking asshole bad guy who's trying to fuck us up under the name of Cypher, but then it like there's all this misinformation of like who knows if it's even him anymore, and then we start getting these recordings where it's like it's definitely not him anymore. Yes. Miller and Zero.
It's me. You weren't in hospital long. I had trouble finding you.
Where is he?
Safe. But in the same state as when you last saw him. We've had our misunderstandings, you and I. But as you've made clear, our relationship is strictly business.
Call at the end of Peace Walker.
I will limit this conversation to the business at hand. Please understand that I don't dislike you. Not inherently.
Where is Snake?
No. Settle down, or I'll have to hang up. And then you never hear from me again. Do you understand?
Angry Miller.
First, about your boss. I had him moved once he was stabilized. I'm sure it came as quite a shock to you when you woke up. You'll have to forgive me.
I told him to stop putting me under.
Surely you understand. Specialized medical treatment in places like that can be positively nightmarish. We couldn't have left him there forever. And to be honest, I wasn't entirely comfortable leaving matters in your hands. Don't take it the wrong way. Anyone looking for him would be looking for you. He needed to be as far from you as possible. In fact, I'm still not sharing his location, even now. Problems could arise. So, instead, I'm giving you a point of contact.
Osler?
An introduction to a network of messengers who will lead you to a man. A friend to your boss. I'm sure he's mentioned him before.
Osler.
He knows Snake's location. More than any man alive, I trust him with this sort of thing.
He's putting all the pieces together.
Secrets, or men in the dark. He's known Snake quite a while. 10 years longer than you. Kazuhira, I don't care if you don't trust me, but I require your absolute trust in him on this. Snake will be brought back into this world, however long it takes. Understood? The only reason we're having this conversation is because you still have a role to play. Which brings me to the next issue. What happens after he regains consciousness? When Snake wakes up, and he will, he'll need your help again. So when he does, I promise you'll be the first to know. The code phrase will be, V has come to. I'll then mobilize all the necessary parties. Think of it as an overture to a prologue. Until then, do what you like. Just be ready when the time comes. But you don't need me to tell you that, do you? I know it's been hard on you too. But I can't imagine you're willing to just walk away.
What are you talking about? If what you're saying is true, then this is like wrapping a rope around your own neck and throwing it over a branch. What's your play in all this?
This is for Snake. So that he survives after he wakes up. Nothing more. After that, I don't care what you do.
Then tell me something.
Go on.
I only joined you after I found out what you were after. To make the world one, you need Snake for that. And he's already done a hell of a lot for you.
He has.
So on some level at least, I think you're being straight with me. Then why'd you do that to him? I get what you were trying with Paz. You wanted to get Snake any way you could. But after that, what you did, how could you do that to him?
After that wasn't me. You may not believe this, but I never intended for any of this to happen. My organization has many arms. It's just going to take a little longer before we're all on the same page. I admit I may have been lax in my supervision, but something like that will not happen again.
Whatever. One day, I'll know the truth. Just as soon as the boss wakes up. And then we're coming after you. This ends with you begging us to put you out of your misery.
Is that so? Fantasy can make for a powerful ally. But remember this reality, Kazuhira Miller. Big Boss will wake up. And when he does, be there for him.
I love these conversations so much.
Major, I wondered whether you'd really call.
Exer, I presume this was your doing?
Do you like my gift?
I've been searching a long time for this.
It is what you were looking for, yes?
The winged dagger of a comrade lost to the sands of Egypt. He served under the boss back in Rayforce. I delivered this pin to her after his death. We were both so very young. From that moment on, she never let it leave her side.
She was still carrying it in Selinoyarsk. How about the back? Something wrong, Major?
Nothing, just pricked my finger.
The back.
The scar is there, just as I remember it. And this white stitching on the back. From the white berets the SAS wore in the early days.
Major?
30th of December, 1941. It's the inscription I made the day he died.
Of course.
His body was never recovered. This pin badge is the closest thing he has to a gravestone. When I gave it to her, she just kept on running her finger over the inscription. Never again, she uttered, as if reprimanding herself for his death. She pressed hard, embedding the inscription itself into her finger. You see, it's why this spot on the back looks shinier than the rest. He was our brother in arms.
So...
Yes, it's real. Thank you. There's no doubt about it.
Good.
What do I owe you?
Nothing. Just want to talk for a moment.
Very well, then.
It's about our man, Major. He's been making some moves.
Miller? Yes, I know. Rhodesia, is it?
Yes, and up to his old tricks again.
No matter. He'll stumble soon enough.
Although he is under my jurisdiction now.
And that's what you want to talk about?
Not exactly. You see, my being here has made me realize I can still be of use to you.
How so?
This country is rich with biological resources. Bacteria, nematodes, viruses. I'm sure we can find something here to bring that plan back into action.
Forget it. The Cleanser Project was just another one of my predecessor's daydreams.
And the vocal cord parasites?
Were an excellent test case for reverse evolution. Nothing more. What matters now is the genetics technology behind that work. With genetics, the clumsiness in targeting an entire race isn't an issue. We can target specific individuals.
Fox die.
Breed multiple generations of parasite just to get results.
But
Don't be quaint, Exo. Once the Cold War is over, our enemies won't be so clearly defined. Using humans alone won't be enough. An electronic network will span the globe, and our enemies will blend right into it.
You may be right. But will people really settle for an enemy they can't see? Men want to feel righteous, need to see the evil in the enemy they fear. Without it, they'll turn their aggressions inward, find an enemy inside. You know this is true.
I see what you're saying. Just as those robbed of their parasites develop allergies and autoimmune diseases, a man robbed of his enemy develops self-destructive tendencies. And I know all the symptoms. Ethnic conflict, religious strife, terrorism. And with asymmetrical conflict, deterrence is a joke. That's why we must depend on information control. People need an appropriate context for their lives. A context that's stimulating without being destructive. That balance is the basis of equilibrium.
You mean to say people will blindly accept your context without developing any allergies?
If we're to unite the world, literacy must be suppressed. To suppress the information immune system, to borrow your metaphor.
Immunity to information. But to ensure there's no allergic reaction, while the immune system fights off parasites and pathogens.
It's done, Exo. This world will become one. I have found the way. The world that the boss envisioned will finally become a reality. Race, tribal affiliations, national borders, even our faces will be irrelevant. The nature of communication itself will change, and it will make mankind whole again.
Some things can't be undone. My face was taken from me. There's no taking that back.
A face means nothing when one's soul is able to communicate directly with another.
I have no intention of hiding behind your technological veil, Major. I wear my broken visage, this skull in the open, so that I may never forget what I've lost.
You. What are you?
The chain of retaliation is what will truly bind this world together as one.
Is this the attack?
You son of a...
Oh, the dagger.
The pin.
Yep.
You...
The pin, the dagger.
Pin.
This was the attack.
It's too late. They can't extract it. You see, Major, some things can't be undone.
How did you find me? The girl. You made her talk.
I'm sorry I couldn't visit or thank you in person, but it has been lovely chatting. And now that I know you're no longer interested in the garden, it's time for you to step aside. You're a busy man. Lots to do. So I've left you a little time.
Go to hell! How dare you? You planned this all along. Had your own agenda. All these years. Yeah.
Now you see, the world can never truly become one.
But the boss...
You've been wrong.
You're no different. Just like him. None of you understand the world she saw.
I would say the same to you, Major.
Everyone misinterpreting the boss's will.
You steal it all away. Everything.
The boss said the same thing. Only I understood what she meant. Major, I'll handle the rest. Oh, and one more thing. That pin badge, it was a fake.
Wow.
I held on to the real one.
Salt in the wound.
And continue the boss's work.
Skullface, you bastard.
Jack.
Wow. Secret recording of Zero visiting Snake.
Go.
I almost thought you wouldn't come.
Well,
Miller.
You're supposed to visit hospital before you die.
But how did you get here?
No, not
My
Miller.
friends at the SAS know how to keep a secret. The trip to the airport was a little dramatic, but the rest was easy. Still, I've had smoother rides. Oh, look. Escorted myself with my tea. I won't be staying long.
I understand.
Which one is he?
On the right.
And the left?
We did just as you instructed.
Has either of them awoken?
Neither of them. No.
Wow.
Once.
Not in 2 years. Their weekly EEGs show stable activity levels. There's been practically no change.
1977.
Jack? Jack? It's me. You look fit to run a country mile.
Every 4 hours we move all of their muscles. Subject them to load. They're stable, but eventually...
Yes, of course.
We've done everything we can to ensure they're ready to move, should they wake up. Still, it's been a pretty long time. How long will they be here?
Indefinitely. It's too dangerous to move them. And so far, no one knows they're here.
I see.
I am most grateful to you. And I need you to keep it up.
We'll do everything we can.
Can you give us a moment?
Of course.
The little bit of a heart-to-heart while Snake's in a coma.
Jack?
So what?
Can you hear me?
Blink
nice
if you can hear me.
place, isn't it? I went to a lot of trouble bringing you here. Here where no one will find you. Still, the Ocelot's on guard duty, just in case. Maybe knowing that will help you sleep better. I had no intention of coming, but this could be my last chance. If you'd just come to see me first. Do you remember the last time I visited you in hospital? Our first mission together. After the boss threw you in that river. Broke your arm. Ah, the good old days.
1964.
I never told you this, but I had another team at my disposal back then, with a very special man leading it.
Skullface.
Maybe he didn't like the arrangement. In any case, this man, he seems to have done something to me. Which is why I'm quite sick myself. Up here. There's nothing they can do. I always was the forgetful type, as you know. I'm all right for now, but they say it's a one-way street. If you don't wake up soon, I won't remember you when you do. I don't mind about myself, but what he did to you, I can never forgive.
Oh?
I've sent him to Africa, and I doubt he's coming back.
Talk about Skullface or Eli?
Jack, once your little holiday here is over, well, who knows when that will be. But anyway, I probably won't be around. I'll be somewhere even you can't find me. A tombstone chiseled into the code of a machine. That is all I leave to mark my existence.
I don't think so, Bunny. You might be a vegetable.
Wake up soon, old friend.
In a wheelchair. And Big Boss will
is running short.
Flick your off switch in 2014.
The weather will clear shortly.
Everything back to zero. Okay. I don't know what the end of that was supposed to symbolize. There was like some breathing I heard, or maybe like the machine, like a machine or something. But it dragged on for whatever reason. But those were the truth records. And with that one, guys, we have listened to the last few tapes that we've been given. We have now achieved an Intel tapes played rate of 100%. We've listened to every single one. That's it. All the cassette tapes are completed. Truth Records being the last one. Guys, thank you so much for watching the ending of Metal Gear Solid 5. It's been an incredible journey. It's been one hell of a fucking journey. We started Metal Gear Solid 1 last year around September. And we've just been playing through them ever since. And I will still be continuing to play this game. I want to play those main missions we haven't done yet. I want to complete the side ops. I'm going to enjoy free roam. The game is not over for me. I will continue to play and enjoy this game. I will probably be sharing some of that with you guys as well, because I would not want this experience to just end with the ending. Why not just let it continue? It won't continue as regularly. We'll just see how I feel. But guys, it comes to a close in terms of the main story now, and I just think this has been absolutely fucking fantastic. I loved this game to pieces. I'm so happy with it. I loved the story. I loved everything that happened. The twist at the end, getting all of the information that pieces everything together, everything that's being set up for future games, all of it is absolutely incredible. The only gut punch and the thing that really just gets to you is you're like, oh, there's no new Metal Gear Solid games after this one. Like, the story does not continue. And I would have Metal Gear Solid continue forever, to be honest. It's so fucking cool. I love every game. I love the story in all of them. I love how in-depth each game goes with the story it's trying to tell. I wish there was a Metal Gear Solid 6, and I wish that it was in the late 80s. It would be so great. But it's a pipe dream, and then I wish they would remake Metal Gear 1 and 2 and bring them into the modern era as well, because I still have to look into those games now. There's just so much. There is still more Metal Gear to come. Do not be afraid. I still have Metal Gear Rising. I have Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. I've got Metal Gear 1, I've got Metal Gear 2, I've got replaying Metal Gear Solid 1 and replaying Metal Gear Solid 2 to make up for my mistakes and my being naive in those playthroughs, and in my young, inexperienced days of playing Metal Gear Solid. With like, the Metal Gear Solid journey will never end. It'll never end, and it'll be a part of us forever. Let our beams carry on in this Metal Gear Solid journey. But guys, I really just want to say that, like, going from 1 to 5 is a huge milestone, at least for like the Metal Gear Solid saga. And I just really want to say thank you for you guys who have been with me over the course of this journey, and to those of you who have joined along the way. It's been absolutely amazing, and I've loved having you go through this journey with me. I've loved being able to share it with you. I don't want to receive a whole lot of hate from the people that hate this game just because I loved it. Let's have a discussion. You're going to have your opinions, I'm going to have mine. I love this game. I don't think it's unfinished by what I've been presented with. Sure, there's cut content. Every game has cut content. There could be stuff that was planned that you'd like, man, if that was in there it would be cool. But it's like, ultimately, at the end of the day, this feels like a complete package to me. So don't come for me about it. I really enjoyed the game. Be happy for me. I wish everyone would love this game, but nobody's gonna enjoy the same things. Otherwise the world would be boring. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Metal Gear Solid 5 experience, and I will see you next time. Thank you.